Hello everyone, welcome to SST College of Arts and Commerce and welcome to SST Edupedia. I am Assistant Professor Manmeet Kaur. Will be taking the session of Foundation course for Semester 2 covering for first year BMS, first year BAF and first year BCBI. Our today's session topic will be Module 4, Understanding the Stress and Conflicts. The content which we will be covering in this session will be stress, causes, conflicts types and its causes, how socialization helps in balancing the stress and conflicts, influencing agents of socialization, then aggression and violence and how it impacts. So we all know what is stress. It is emotional or physical tension that we face. We have it in our mental situation that we are not able to deal with, we are not able to make peace with it, or some or the other thoughts which are continuously coming into our mind. It can come from any event or any thought that makes you feel frustrated, angry, nervous, sad, low. We don't want to communicate, we don't want to do our normal activities. So stress is your body's reaction to a challenge that you may be facing or a demand that you may be having. In short burst, if I can tell you, stress can be positive. If you take the thing in a positive way, it can influence you to work better. Such as when it helps you avoid the danger, we get the intuition that this thing is not working good. So we get it as a stress. We keep thinking about it, so that is also one kind of stress. But if you take it in a positive way, if you understand the intuition, then you will be able to manage the situation. So acute stress, it is a short-term stress that goes away very quickly, or in a way I can say that we find solution to it very quickly. You feel it when you slam on the brakes, when you have suddenly slammed or put your feet on the brakes, you feel the stress that you have not harmed anything or anyone. So that is one kind of stress which comes and goes in a snap of time. Have a fight with your partner or skip down a slope, a step, some kind of that stress that is for a very short period. It helps you manage dangerous situation where the intuition also can play a part. It also occurs when you do something new or exciting, or you have started a new job, then you feel a certain kind of nervousness. That is also an acute stress that we feel. Chronic stress, it is a stress that lasts for a longer period. You may have chronic stress if you have monetary issues, unhappy marriage issues, or some kind of family issue or work issue if you may having. So this is a chronic stress that you may suffer, which will last for comparatively longer period. Any kind of stress that goes on for weeks, months is chronic stress, which we are not able to find solution for. You can become used to it, but it is not healthy. You should be able to manage the stress level also. You should do things which will not harm or which will not influence your stress. So the causes of stress, you can feel stress because of the pressure, face big changes. If you are not able to adapt the changes which are happening in your life, you may feel stressful. You are worried about something, you are overthinking about something. So you have to control these things to make sure that you have a balanced life. Don't have much or any control over the outcome. We can't judge or we can't predict. We can't declare that this will be the outcome of the situation. We just know how to work for it. We will only work according to the plan that we have. Have responsibilities that you find overwhelming, which are not under your control. Don't have enough work activities, or the change in your life you are not able to balance with it. Experience discrimination, hate or abuse, which is stressful, you are not able to cope up, you are not able to fight or find a solution to it, or you are going through a period of uncertainty where you are not able to control. That uncertainty can be a part of financial issue or a personal family issue. So these are the causes of stress which need to be balanced and controlled in some or the other way. Next concept we have is conflict. It is a struggle or an opposition. If you are best friend, both it can turn into a good thing or a bad thing. So the conflict can be fights that we may be having. Conflicts are small argument. You can say it is a process of limiting the negative aspects of a conflict while increasing the positive effect. So it can aim for negative impact also. So if any kind of argument or something happens, you have to make sure that you are able to take it in a positive way or able to control it. The resistance to change is the main effect of stress and conflict. Unclear job expectation, poor communication between any party. Communication you are not able to do in your personal life or work life, that can also create stress, and in stressful conditions you may give the chance to conflicts. So miscommunication can happen and give rise to the conflicts. Toxic work environment, difference in the personality where we are not able to understand the response or non-verbal actions of the receiving party. Poor work habits, these can increase the possibilities of conflicts. So what are the types of conflicts that we can have? The very first thing is person versus person, matlab interpersonal. The main character clashes with another character. For example, the Mandel and Claire, here is the example, compete for a final spot on the cheerleading squad. So this is a type of conflict where one person is competing with another one. So this is related to work or a sport, but it creates the feeling of hatred and stress in your personal life. Person versus self. This is a kind of conflict that we have with ourselves. The main character battles with themselves. We are not able to make any decision, so we battle into ourselves only, in our mind also, whether we should do this or not. So here Jacob must choose whether to tell his mom about his bad choice or not. Here the person is not able to make a decision, so it battles between himself only. Person versus nature. The character is not able to endure the outcome of the forces. The outcome of the forces means what? If the nature is constituting of, for example, the summer climate is disturbing us in our regular activities. So here we are in ourselves only stressful and in bad mood. We are not able to cope up with the situation or the climatic condition. Person versus society. Here the main character challenges a law or a regulation, institution, tradition, you can say, if we go for community wise. So the person is against certain thing which according to him is right, and the society is against it. A group of students gather to protest police brutality. So here example is taken as that. Next we have person versus supernatural things. The main character resists the force that are not of the world. We are not able to cope up with the supernatural things. Person versus technology, where we are not very much familiar with the technology, the person feels left out and is not balanced with the technology. So John has a project to do for the school, but his computer keeps on crashing. So it may be the situation that the equipments that you have is not in your favor, or in other way we can see that the person is not having the knowledge of the technology. So these are the type of conflicts that can have or that can occur in your life, which can be of these types. So socialization here will help you to cope up with stress and conflicts. We try to socialize with our society, with family, friends and other elements of environment, so that we neglect the stress or the problems that we are having. So socialization mainly consists of society, and in that object of public influence or the particular person whom we try to communicate. So these are the participation or the participant of the socialization. Agents can be school, universities, organization, preschool establishments, family and non-formal association can be consisting of your friends. So these are the agents or the elements, as I said, to whom we find a solution to or whom we depend on for relaxing or neglecting our stress or the conflicts, arguments that we may be having. So these are the agents, or these influence the factoring of development of an individual on personality level. We can communicate with family, friends, school, peers, even our colleagues can help us, or mass media, entertainment or social media can also play an important role in influencing in betterment of the personality development of an individual if taken in a positive way. Aggression and violence are the terms often interchangeably, however the two differ a lot. Violence can be defined as the use of physical force where we fight manually, whereas we intend to injure another person or destroy the property. While aggression is generally defined as anger or the angry feeling that we feel to some or the other thing or some decision that something has been taken. It cannot necessarily lead to violence, but if not controlled or not deemed properly, it can lead to violence also. So anything starting from stress to violence, we need to control our feeling in such a way that it should not harm ourselves and also our environment. So issues with aggression and violence or their effect can be addressed by therapy or at mental health professionals that we can concern. So these are the type of aggressions. First kind is accidental aggression. It is not intentional and may be the result of carelessness. We are not able to balance the situation. It can happen in impulsiveness. This form of aggression is often seen in children in play zone or in their initial stages where they try to involve or interact with other kids in play school or playgrounds, wherever we can initially send them. For example, person running to catch a bus may run into someone or knock over a child. That can also cause you a aggression kind of feeling that you have missed the bus or some of your attire is disturbed or spoiled. So this is accidental aggression that we can have. Expressive aggression is an act of aggression that is intentional. We have built up this feeling against a person or a situation that has happened in past or will be happening in the future. We have built up all this thing and it can cause harm. A child who throws toys or kicks sand is demonstrating a expressive aggression. These kind of things, these kind of behavior should be analyzed and judged by the parents very importantly and on the early stage. Though the behavior could be frustrating, this can be out of frustration, but it can lead to higher harmful things. Hostile aggression is meant to cause physical or psychological pain that can cause bullying, or you can say gossiping in other way, targeting, teasing in workplace or in schools, colleges. This is hostile aggression that is put up to a particular person or a particular group. Instrumental aggression can result from conflict over object or what are assumed to be one's right. If I have right against this property, this is my property, but if someone is causing unnecessary issues to it, then that is instrumental aggression. You are putting out or showing your aggression on an instrument owned by the person you are angry or aggressive towards. So stress management is a normal human reaction. We are having stress, but we try to manage it in some or the other way. So human body is designed to feel many kind of affections, many kind of changes. So these are the things we feel on normal regular basis. We feel happy, sad, again we are stressed, or we have some kind of tension or pressure upon it. So that's when stress happens. So we have to experience all these things, but on the other hand we should be able to manage it. We should be able to adapt the changes which are happening in our life. Your body or your mental or physical response, it should be positive. When it goes negative, that's when stress happens. Stress responses helps your body adjust new situation. So the better or the positive your response is, the better you will handle the stress. Stress can be positive, keeping us alert, motivated, ready to avoid the danger. For example, if you have an important test coming up, so by the stress you will be able to study properly. You will be feeling stressful. For that, the solution you will keep as, I have to study for my exam, I have to study, prepare well, I have to plan properly and implement that plan, work according to the plan. So this is a positive kind of stress that you have. But on the other hand, if you're not working towards it, you are just keeping it in your mind, that is a negative thing. That will not automatically help you to pass the test in colorful results. But stress becomes a problem when someone is having stress continue without any relief or any help. So causes again will be unhappy job, having heavy workload, more of the responsibility, having long working hours, poor management. The expectation that we are having is larger than what we are actually receiving. Working under dangerous or unhealthy conditions, which is not healthy for your mental health. Insecure about your challenges or chances of advancement in your workplace. Having to give speech in front of colleagues, even this can cause a stress. Not even colleagues, even as a student in front of other students, you feel the stress, which means you don't have stage confidence. So we should practice it as much as possible to work towards the solution, to convert the stress into a positive result. Facing discrimination, harassment, bullying, etc. These can cause the stress. On the other hand, this will be an alert to manage your stress. So Maslow has given a theory of self-actualization where the 5 parameters in a pyramid has there. So these are starting from psychological needs, which means the basic needs that we are required to survive in our life. The very first one is air, water, food, shelter, clothing. These are the things that we need for the survival. These are the basic needs which we come up with and which we start learning as we live our life. The second need that we have is safety need. Personal security, employment security, the resources such as food, shelter or the water, all these things are connected, and at the end we need our health to be safeguarded. So the safety needs are to secure your life. Third one, you have love and belonging, to have relations to whom we can share our feelings with. Esteem is the next thing. Respect, status, recognition, strength, goodwill comes under the esteem. You may notice that as you move higher, the width of each need is getting smaller. So these needs are of higher level, but they need small attention. If we provide a better attention towards it, we will able to secure our mental health. And last, we have self-actualization. It desires to become the more one can do, where we push ourselves harder to work hard to work towards our goal. So these are the 5 parameters which of our needs, which covers all our needs, from self-acquisition needs, starting from your psychological needs, your safety, belongings, esteem, reputation, and the whole concept concentrates that you should not depend on anyone, because no one is at the end going to help you or to support you in larger way. So you have to be self-sufficient to even manage your stress, to manage your conflicts, and to control your aggression and violence possibilities. We have covered the module number 4, that is understanding stress and conflicts. Thank you.